In this tutorial, I'm going to go over how to change the sequence of like e-commerce categories. You can do this in mass and use Excel to do that. So this will just kind of be a small example, but so right now I'm in the website, and then I went to e-commerce and e-commerce categories, and then from here, if we wanted to select all, and you might have way more than this, but I'm going to go ahead and just select all of these. I'm going to do an action export. Now because I'm changing data and I don't want to create new records. I always want to make sure to click this. I want to update the data. We don't care about this, but we do care about the name. So this sequence is the sequence in which it will show up on the website. So I'll show you that when I export this, and then I'll open it up in Excel here for you to see. So let me make this a little bit bigger and drag this down. So now that I have this, you'll see I have the product ID, the name, and the sequence. So you can see here that, and if we were kind of to, let me move this out of the way, so I'll kind of move back and forth here. So we see that sale is the first one on the list, and rulers is the last. If we kind of look over here and play with this, sorry for the movement of my screens, but you'll see sale is here first and rulers is last, and then you can go down through all of those categories, and that's the sequence number that they're in. These are automatically applied. It just starts with 1000 and goes up from there. So we could change this and just do this. It's sorry, I don't know my numbers super well, but 10,000. So we could start and say, hey, this is 10,001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are just automatically applied by the system. I wouldn't recommend doing them in direct order. I mean, you can, but you'll have to redo it every time. So if you start and do 10,000, 10,010, 20, 30, 40, 50, then you have some playroom to change the sequence number and not have to resequence everything. It'll change when you rearrange it anyways, so it might kind of be however you want to do it. But no, this is the sequence number here. So to kind of show you what we can do here, I'm gonna change this, and I'm just gonna switch these top two here. So all I'm doing is I switch the sequence number from sales, so it's going to be at the last, and ruler. So now ruler should be at the first. I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then I will come out. I'm going to close this, and then we can go into favorites, import records, upload a file, and this is the one I was working on. I can go ahead and open that. We can leave the name. If I'm not going to change anything on the name, I usually remove when I import things, and then I have an external ID and the sequence. This is what links this to the record, so it changes. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm not going to test it. Sometimes I do, but it's such a small file. I'm just going to go ahead and import that, and now you'll notice that rulers is on the top and sale is on the bottom. So we've just switched that order. You can go through and do this any way you want to, and it will rearrange things however you upload it. So that's how you can do it in mass. If you have more than 40, kind of from other videos in this documentation, you can actually set this and say, hey, I want to see 1 through 85 of all 85, and then you could actually do this in just by dragging. So you say, oh yeah, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So we could really kind of put this more, just manually do it in by hand. So you can do it either way, but that I just showed you, you can do it by import as well.